Hello and welcome to the ninth installment of the Fuel Injection podcast. Today we have Aurelie Saboureau on to tell us all about her experience at the 24 Hours of Le Mans about a month ago. How are you doing, Aurelie?
Oh, I'm fine. Yes, I'm very fine in spite of the various vibes. I'm fine.
Good. So, as I just mentioned, you got to go to the 24 Hours of Le Mans about a month ago, and so what was that like? Because I think in the motoring world, there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, going to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, that'd be like my absolute dream thing to do," and you've gotten to go there and see what that's like. So how was that for you? What was that like?
Going to the 20 Hours of Le Mans was very, very incredible. I think I'm a lucky girl. That edition, the 2020 edition, was very special because we all know the reasons, and it was very, very special because there was no crowd, only journalists, only the WEC teams. It was special, and it was a real chance for me to discover the background, the backstage, of the 20 hours without the crowd.
Yeah, so that must have been interesting because I imagine that since there was no crowd and there was not very many people, you probably got to see a lot more things up close than you would have had there been a crowd. So was it much different? Do you think it would have been much different if there was a crowd, or no?
It was quite different from the normal edition. I went to the 2019 edition with one of my mates on dry drive, and it was very different from I lived a month ago. It was, I don't know how to describe this atmosphere. It was so silent apart from the car's noise. That it was so silent because I don't find the right word, but it was a frustrating feeling, something like that, because you could see the people work in the backstage. The pilots, the teams, the journalists, all the Le Mans tracks stuff. It was quite different without the crowd, and we all felt that wrong feelings when we are on the track.
Yeah, I imagine that it is quite different, not having a crowd, not having to push your way through people to go and meet the teams and get to see what they do. So you got to go backstage, and so did you get to meet any of the drivers in person? Did you get to how many different things did you get to visit? How many different people did you get to meet and all that?
I didn't meet teams, member staff, or anything like that because I saw how the journalists and the team could work in the garages, under the doors, under the windows, and I could see how the Le Mans tracks stuff could work. It was really interesting to see how the cars were prepared, how the pilot could stop and come back on the track. It's really interesting to discover this world because when you watch the 20 hours, you don't see all that work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of works behind the 20 hours of Le Mans.
Right. Because I watched it on TV. I watched this 2020 24 Hours of Le Mans. I watched it on TV, and I saw that I saw it, I saw it during the day, and then I watched some at night, and so it felt like I was it kind of felt like I was there, but not too much because I was still just seeing it from my TV screen. So I mean I'm guessing that you've watched it on TV in previous years. So how is it? Is it very different from seeing it on TV versus actually being there and getting to see it all happening live? But live there.
I know what you mean, because before going to the 20 hours of Le Mans, I watch the competition like you at the TV or on the streaming program, and it was really sorry. It was quite different because when you watch the competition, the championship, sorry, at the TV, it's like you see the result of the work of teams, of journalists too, and being there, how to see all these people work, because they work hard to offer special edition, to offer the spectacular pictures and videos you can see on the website. On the TV, it's quite different, and it was, I couldn't describe that feeling again, because you have to go through the Man track to discover, to feel all the work.
Yeah, I bet it's probably a very unreal feeling. It's probably very different from anything else that you've ever experienced, honestly. Because I watched the Ford versus Ferrari. I watched that movie, and I've seen it on TV. I've seen the 24 Hours of Le Mans on TV, and so I get this kind of sense that I know somewhat what it's like. But I think to actually go there and get to stand on the Bugatti track and get to see everything live must just be completely different. Just completely a whole different special thing. So yeah, it's very, very cool. So of course it's a 24-hour thing. So how long were you there for? Because I'm guessing you weren't there for the whole time, because that would have been a full day.
I spent 2 days the track. As I live near the track, I could come back at home easily and come back to the track easily too. So I work about 8 hours each day, so about 16 hours for the weekend during the 24 hours of the month. So it's a lot of work, and at the end of that adventure, I worked a lot of content for Draft Tribe, and I worked on the picture I took when I was there. So it's a lot of work. You have one thing you can't expect when you discover the track. It's you have to work a lot, because the track is big, really big. I mean, so to find the right spot, to take a good picture, to take the right angle, it's very difficult. Uh, it was very frustrating sometimes because I couldn't go to some places, to some area on the track because it was enough ride for the photograph, for the journalist. So I had to find the right angle as I could because it was a very special edition. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting about the photo angles, because I mean, I think to capture like the essence of what it's actually like, you do have to get a good video angle, a good photo angle to really get the whole experience, really, to really talk about the whole experience, really get the full feeling of what it's like.
Yeah.
So,
Work to do.
yeah.
Taking a picture is very easy when you just take a picture for the pleasure. But when you work or when you take a picture for a motorsport event, it's not the same thing at all.
Absolutely not. Because I've gone to the Formula One, and that I've tried to take some videos and some photos, and I know what you mean about trying to get the right angle. Because I took a video of the track, and then I actually went down to, onto the ground level, like where the track is, and I felt I could take a much better angle.
Yeah.
So I think angle and really getting a good angle and getting a good position does matter.
You have to have a good camera too, because mine is pretty good, but sometimes it's very frustrating, how to describe my camera. It's very, very strange because I like my camera, but I like to have a better one. Because when you see the car, you see them in a flashlight, and my camera is not enough fast to take good pictures, for instance. So you have to have a good camera.
Yeah, I think that all matters in getting a good photo and taking good videos and really journaling the whole experience. Yeah. So you've done some articles and some posts on Drive Tribe about it. So and I've looked at those, and I'm sure many other people have seen those. So is there anything else that you're going to be posting about your experience? Any other articles or any other thoughts about it? Because I know it's a very special experience, and I think a lot of people would like to hear more about it. So is there anything else that you're planning on posting?
When I write the content for Draft Tribe about the 20 hours, I try to think what is better to post. I like to describe my experience every time for each year. Each year is very different from the other. So yeah, maybe I could write a content about my experience or something like that. But I don't think I find the right way to write about my experience. I have thousands of pictures of the latest edition of the 20 hours, but I don't know how to describe what I lived on the track. So maybe the next year, I don't know, but I try to do my best to describe my feelings when I post about the 20 hours in general on the Drive Tribe. So maybe the next year.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, that's incredible that you got to go, and I'm sure a lot of motoring journalists will look at this and go, "Oh my God, she got to go to the 24 Hours of Le Mans." But yeah, that's incredible, and thank you so much for sharing your experience with us and how it was. And for the viewers, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next week. Thanks so much, Aurelie.
Thank you.